brilliant to see so many of you here to help celebrate our young people and learners at the college. Excuse me. I'm John Revel, Principal of Strode College, and it's my honour and privilege to introduce our annual awards evening. This evening, we recognise the achievements of Strode students who completed their studies in 2022. The college is proud of all its students, from whatever their starting point. This evening is about recognising the individual achievements and the journey students have experienced in order to achieve their individual highest level. These awards recognise those that have seized the moment and demonstrated dedication and determination and commitment in order to achieve. All of our students, from wherever they are the finalists, highly commended, or winners, are in fact all winners. We had to decide on an overall winner, but in many cases, it was a very difficult decision to make. I would like to take this opportunity to recognise two of the groups of stars of the audience. Firstly, families and friends who supported our award winners, all those people who are within the room. And secondly, the outstanding teachers who have done so much with so many of whom are here tonight. So can we have a round of applause for everybody, family and teachers? Cheers, thank you very much indeed. It is really wonderful to see so many people here tonight. So now I'm going to try and explain how this is going to work this evening. And bear in mind, this is my first awards evening. Okay, well, hopefully one of many. So our compere for the evening is Claire Carter. Thank you very much, Claire. And who will announce the finalists in each category and will invite them to come to the front. Can you please clap and make as much noise as you want at this point when these finalists are coming to the stage? Okay? When the music stops, can you please stop clapping or whatever noise you're making? Okay? Claire is then going to open the envelope revealing the overall winner, and the winner will be invited on stage to collect the award, followed by the other finalists. So then please clap and celebrate as they cross the stage. Okay? You might have to have a try run with the first two on this one. So after all the awards have been given out, I will say some closing comments. Unfortunately, our Chair of Governors, Kate Lavelle, has got COVID, so is unable to attend this evening, so you're going to have to work with you for a bit longer. So I will then close the ceremony, and there will be a complimentary drink for families and friends. And we ask students and the learners to remain behind for a short photo opportunity, and after which they can then go and join you where you're having a free drink. I am now going to hand over to Geoff Winterhart, our guest speaker. So Geoff, over to you, sir.
Wow, is this on? Yes, sir. Hi everyone, this is really quite wild. I really never do stuff like this at all, so thank you so much for tolerating me. I'm very excited. And well done everyone, this is really wild. Okay, so I am from here. I went to Strode College 1990. In fact, let's just go back in time. Here we go, first of all. Sorry. Okay, is this going to work? Let's see. Oh, have we had that one? Keep going. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is me, Geoff Winterhart. I wrote this book here, Days of the Bagnon Summer, and I also wrote this book here, Driving Short Distances. I'll talk a bit more about those in a minute. But first of all, we'll go back in time to... this is before I went to Strode. This is a school, and if you're wondering where I am, I'm actually in the bin. I don't know why this ritual humiliation was documented, but anyway, that's me after I came out of the bin. There. I've got some very white trainers. I look a bit poor. I look like a young business person, but I was scholastically very poor. So, okay, that's me on the left. I'm not joining in with the masculine ritual, I don't know what you call it. That's my brother. Now at the time we saw those pictures of me at school, my brother was already going to Strode College. He went there for about 3 months and then dropped out. That's because he had hair like a waterfall. And there he is. Look at that vest. So, this is me when I went to Strode College. My hair, you can see, is a lot more, slightly shorter. And there's my friend Simon on the left. And this is taken in Strode. This is the only documentation I had of Strode College common room, circa like 1990. And I'm not in this picture, but in the middle, that's my friend Simon on the left there. He's got a kind of a mullet, shaped like a boot. And that's him in the middle. Okay, just remember this guy on the right. You'll see him in a minute. That's my friend Phil. Just keep him in mind. So there's me and my friend Simon. We're starting our band. That's a bit after college, but you can see Simon's already lost his hair. And then we still actually have that band now. So that's my band Bucky. I don't know why I'm telling you about that. It's just because I'm saying I met my bandmate at Strode bands. Okay, oh, what's that? Oh yeah, that's a video. We won't watch that. Oh no. Okay, so then I went to art college. And art college is like
art college. No, I think it's absolutely wonderfully creative, actually. But I mean, yes, of course, mad as coots.
This is like my art college.
Doing fine art at Polytechnic just out of the M42. In our first term, teaching the Strode Masters, but I don't want to hear that.
Anyway, enough of that. Okay, so that was, I went to art college after Strode College, and yeah, when I went to Strode College, it was, so I knew my brother had already gone to Strode College for like 3 months, and in that time I remember he acrylic painted an eye onto the crotch of his jeans, like a giant photorealistic eye, and I thought, wow, this place is wild. And indeed, like, you know, you saw me at school, I really did not have a very good time at school. But when I went to Strode College, it was really, really exciting because, I mean, I think it's really different now, but when I went to Strode College, they were like punks. You know, like, I admit, it was 1990, you know, it wasn't like 1980 anymore, but I suppose, like, in Somerset, sometimes things last a long time, and they get there a bit late, and they were like real life punks in the common room and stuff, and walking around with, like, Mohicans and stuff, and I could not believe it. My eyes were on stalks, you know, I was so excited. And it was like, not only, it was like the one, it would be like a punk from like, not just a punk from Bridgewater, but maybe a punk from like Middlezoy. Maybe the one punk from Middlezoy was here at Strode College, and you know, it was just, it was very stimulating to me. So it all, I remembered it all, and I remember it all very fondly, and I can remember it somewhere between fondly and hazily, but I can remember it. And I was very, very grateful for the Strode College time. So, and lots of things, from Strode College have lasted to this day, as we see. Okay, what's next? No notes. What does it say? Okay, what's next? We want a picture. Okay, so then, oh, that's good. Okay, so yeah, Strode College was it was pretty wild, and so I went to art school that strange video that I made later on, featuring art school, and I had a great time at art school, and I did, I guess I did film and animation at art school, and I made some films and I made some animations, but the thing about animations is they take a really, really long time to make, and I just never liked any of the animations I made. I made sort of a couple. I think I made this one. Is this going to be a film? Sorry, we're not very good at making these films work. Well, I'm not very good at making them work. Okay, so I made some animation films. Oh, that's one. Okay, so then, so I left art school and I made a few more films, and but I always liked comics when I was a kid, so eventually I realised that I could go back to drawing, and I'm making up characters like how you do in animation, but I realised that comics is a lot quicker to do it, because you only have to do one drawing each time. You don't have to do a huge pile of drawings, or you don't have to use a computer too much. You can just use, you know, a pen. And in 2005, I was visiting my girlfriend at the time. She's not my girlfriend anymore. We're friends though. It's okay. We're friends. And she's a doctor. Can you believe, like, someone like me, like, even knows a doctor? But anyway, she was a doctor. She's working in Penzance. And when she was at work, I would just like walk around all day. That was my job. And one time I saw this mother and this son coming out of a computer game shop. And I thought, and he had like long hair, he was like probably into heavy metal, he was wearing a black hooded top, and she just looked so fed up and tired, and it was just, they both came out of the shop and they weren't talking to each other, and for some reason I just thought, I love these people, you know, they're like my heroes. And then I just think I made this really, really rough drawing of them, and I just wrote Sue Bagnall and Daniel Bagnall by this rough drawing of them. So then I was going to make a film about them, and I realised, I thought, oh, no more animation, it takes too long, I'm too bad at it, it's too slow. So I thought I could just do like a comic strip. So I just started doing this weird research where I just like make a fake. Look how dirty that shirt is, isn't it? Disgusting. So I just made this sort of weird stuff, like making sort of a museum in my mind for them. And then I started, and I collected weird stuff like when my band practiced. I saw this like brilliant teenage advert for a heavy metal singer. I love this. I love the mixture of uppercase and lowercase in this small advert for a singer. And it's great because it's like asking for a singer. It says like playing experience, 4-man band. So far, 2 guitars, bass, drums, soon to be vocals. It's great. It's manifesting. So I started collecting this weird stuff, and I started drawing those characters over and over again until they sort of started looking different, and started making my comic strip. That's me, the weird sort of way I did it. I did it with Pritt Stick, and I didn't even make it conventional pages. I just sort of made it like a collage. And then that's what they ended up looking like. That's their dog as well. And then I just did a very simple layout where it was just, preview. So that was, and look, you can see I actually used that small advert, which I love so much. I just collaged that right in there. And then, remember the guy who I said, remember that guy earlier? The guy in the common room. This is my friend Phil, and he kind of actually, I met him at Strode, through Strode, and he indeed featured, he ended up, this is totally based on that guy, Phil. This is the main character's best friend, Kai. It's kind of dodgy. He says, result, I'm a Viking. Okay. And then, believe it or not, I was making this comic strip just on my own, just between jobs, because my jobs were freelance jobs in community arts and stuff. I love doing this work, but it's very sporadic. So between all the different jobs, there would be fallow periods, like resting for an actor or whatever, but much more budget. So. So I started drawing this comic strip, and amazingly, I entered into this competition in 2012, and The Guardian and Jonathan Cate, the publishers, they have, no, 2009, sorry, wrong year. And amazingly, it was run by a publisher, this competition. It's a graphic short story competition, and the publisher said, have you got any more of this story? I came second, and they said, have you got any more of the story? And I said, yes, I was very, very excited. And I couldn't believe that a publisher wanted to put out this weird, very, very simple comic strip about like a teenager and his mum. And they did. And anyway, I drew these life-size cutouts to when they got released and stuff. And it turned into that book. And he came out in French. It's much classier if you read it in French. Everyone's much more sophisticated, slightly better looking, their diets are better. And yeah. And believe it or not, they made a film out of it. That really blows my mind, And you can see they're actually much better looking in the film. But it's a much better film than it is book. It's more colours. It's got some snogging in it, which the book's got like no one gets any action at all. So there's some food. And that is actually Nick Cave's son. You can see it's a lot better looking than the drawing, which has got much more of a shy chin in my the way I represent him. So then, anyway, that book became like this movie, and the publisher said, you can make another book if you want. And I said, okay, sure, brilliant, I'm excited. So I drew a book about the people who these legs belong to. That guy on the left is called Keith, the young guy on the right is called Sam. This is them. Oh no, there's more legs. I was trying to practice my legs on that picture. And this is me, like how I was drawing the kid from the first book over and over again. This is me trying to work out what the characters look like. And that's what they ended up looking like. This guy Keith and Sam. And that's them talking. That's them doing an impression of James Bond. It's like a dramatic high point in the story. It's not really. And then, but when I was making it up, and I was thinking like, okay, I've got these characters, but what do they do? What job do they have? And then me and my dad were stuck behind this truck in a traffic jam. I took this on his phone, and this made me think of trading estates. Very mysterious. Trading estates are very mysterious. And you know how like films or adverts, they have straplines. Look at that strapline, filling the niche between the pallet networks of full load carriers. I thought, wow, that's like such an amazing strapline. And I got really, really into thinking about trading estates. So then I got really obsessed by trading estates because they're so mysterious. They're so blank. And what happens? And I would go to these trading estates and I would say, you work on a trading estate. What kind of stuff happens? And they'd say, not much really. There's so much mystery. So they ended up, you know, like, they've started to become very beautiful to me and mysterious too. And, you know, I go to a lot of reception areas that have these, like, awards like this. Well, tonight is awards, but these are kind of, like, exciting awards where, like, you know, you young people are doing some amazing stuff or whatever. But I don't know what, the Stand Merit Award, I don't know what that means. You know, it's a mystery. So there's some charity sweets and files. But look, nothing is sadder than seeing a spider plant on the floor. There's nowhere for it to go, you know? So all this, I ended up just painting all this stuff too for the book. And you can see, you notice that, oh, gravel. And then I got really into like going to STEAM fairs. I love the way that men stand around. And then, these different men. And this is amazing, right? On one of these STEAM fairs or one of these like STEAM rallies, they had this amazing kind of like display of loads of traps. Like ancient traps, you know, for trapping animals and stuff. This has nothing to do with my book, but it's really good. So, and do you want to see the necklace of the guy who had this traps museum? This is his necklace. Traps. Okay, nearly done. Here we go. So as you can see, it's all in blue and brown, right? It's mostly blue, some brown for a bit of excitement. So, had I known that I was only going to use the blue and the brown, I would have probably chosen a different medium, but I'd already started with these paints. So you can see I've got my leftover colours, which aren't blue or brown. How long have I got? Have I like overrun yet? Should I do my song? Okay, you go. So, I haven't got a song, don't worry. You can breathe out. So this is the story I'm doing now. There's no blue in this, just exclusively brown. It's all brown. It's monoprints. And it's about a historian. If you thought the teenage boy and his mum was too exciting, if you thought Trading Estate, the mysterious world of the Trading Estate with the older than middle-aged man and a very guy with very thin legs, if you thought that was too exciting, now I've chosen like mid-70s, a woman in her mid-70s who's a historian called Margaret. She's like my new hero. She's like my new Spider-Man. So there she is, Margaret Crypt, and this is a young woman called Lucy. She's the other character in it. They're going around the museum in this bit. And that's Margaret when she was younger. She really hated playing the French horn. She stopped that about age 13 or something like that. Margaret, that's her at night. She's carrying her box files. Box files is like a real recurring theme in my stories in these books. So I'm so sorry. But you guys have been really, really nice. Thank you so much. And I feel very proud of you all for, you know, working so hard and doing this, coming to this fantastic institution. I wasn't even clever enough to do, I didn't get enough GCSEs to do A-levels, so I did BTEC. But do they still have BTEC courses? Yeah. Yeah, that's great news. I love my BTEC course, and I love my classmates and everything, and it was really, really fun. And I think it was performing arts, but I wasn't very good at the acting part. I just did it because it had like a video module before, you know. You still have media stuff. This is like the Stone Age. We just had one enormous like VHS machine which went clunk, and that was the editing machine. But you know, it was really fun, and the students and the teachers are really nice. So I love Strode. I love the punks from Moorlinch, and I'm very honoured to be here. And Margaret says thanks too. And tonight we're going to get some prizes. Tonight, Brad. Tuesday, Debbie. Thank you so much for listening. You're really very good.
So much for that. That was amazing. I don't have a book. I don't have a film, but I never thought somebody could make me so excited about the fact I live next to a trading estate. So I'm going to go back home now with a new appreciation and get caught up in the mystery. So thank you very much. But no, it's lovely to have you here. I'm Claire Carter, and it's great to be back doing these awards. I think I was trying to figure out, this is my 4th time I think now back, and every single time it's great fun, and it's wonderful to see what all of you youngsters are doing. And it terrifies me as well because, one, I'm adamant a Strode College student one day will take my job. So thank you very much. I don't know who Debbie is, but again, excited by the prospect. We're going to move on to the awards and we're going to get going. As has been explained, you'll be asked to come down and come up on stage, shake hands, receive awards, and then no doubt we'll have lots of pictures taken throughout the night as well. I'm out of breath and all I did was run up the stairs. That's appalling, isn't it? Right, we're going to start with the subject awards. And first up is the Hair Barbering and Beauty Student of the Year. Now your two finalists are Emily Evans and Chelsea Stanley, as you can see. And I'm really pleased that we're starting off the evening with people that aren't here. Neither of them are here. I don't know whether they've got a thing going on together, a party elsewhere that a few others are heading later on. But no, they can't be with us, but I do know that their tutor, Stacey, is here to collect their awards on their behalf. So can we please have a round of applause? It's very dramatic. There we are. We even have a drum roll, folks. The winner is, of the Hair Barbering and Beauty Student of the Year, Chelsea Stanley. It isn't just parents here, is it? There are actual students here. Yeah, okay. Brilliant stuff. Next up then, this is a great award. I mean, they're all great awards, but this is the John Lewis Award for Science. And as you can read here, the botanist who worked at Kew Gardens and spent a lot of time, his academic work, obviously after his retirement, in plant taxonomy. Google that later. But obviously really important to tonight because lived locally. South Petherton before he passed away back in 2009. And we continue our thanks to Jennifer, who donated parts of his botanical collection to the college back in 2011. So it's just wonderful every single year to remember John in this way with this very special award. Your finalists this evening, Abby Hughes and Toby Morton. Now, unfortunately, Toby, I'm being told, is required to be at university. Pathetic excuse. He's at a party, let's be honest. No, Toby can't be here tonight, but I can reveal the winner of the John Lewis Award for Science is... Interesting. Wasn't expecting that. There we go. Abby Hughes! Certificates. What a feeling. Thank you. Next up, we have the Business Studies Student of the Year. Our finalists tonight, Ruby Gilliam, Henry Guy, and Maddie Helyar. Now, Ruby is currently travelling in Europe, so can't be with us this evening, but we're glad that her parents are here representing. So if you're wondering, hang on a sec, he looks different age. Is that why you're wearing a cap, sir? Just, yeah, okay. Right, let's find out then who our winners are this evening for the Business Studies Student of the Year. Maddie Helyar! We have your finalists this evening. I'm hopeful they're actually all here. This is Anas Khan, Owen Roberts, and T4 Varga. Thank you very much. 3 for 3. Your winner then this evening for Engineering and Technology Student of the Year is... Owen Roberts. I'm wondering if at some stage we can put a little interval in so I can have more of the canapes, if that's possible. Went far too. But those graffiti rings, how'd you do it? Honestly, they were delicious. Right, let's move on. English Student of the Year. Your finalists tonight, Ethan Horn, Ellen Johnson, and Abby Londall. A round of applause for them all. Style that you just strolled that through. Yeah, you gave it the right swagger there. Right, your winner this evening then for English Student of the Year is... There is a drum roll for every single one, just so you're aware. Ellen Johnson! Health and Care Student of the Year. This evening your finalists are Victoria Akano and Iola Hannam. Again, I'm hoping they are not here. No, they are here. Fantastic. We've got one. Yeah, round of applause. Your winner this evening then for the Health and Care Student of the Year is... Iola Hannam. There are 104 awards tonight. Next up, Hospitality, Travel and Tourism Student of the Year. Your finalists this evening are Katie Cordery and Rebecca Tozer. Round of applause. And the winner. Katie Cordery. Did somebody just woo-hoo them with the music? Well done. We all wanted to. Next up here we have the Humanities Student of... and Erin Wallman. Now I know that Hazel has has unfortunately been called back to Trinity College, Oxford. Worcester College. Thank you. Right, there we go. Her parents, though, here to represent us, so thanks very much for being with us tonight. Your winner this evening, then, for Humanities Student of the Year is Rachel Peters. Of AI, basically. This is the IT Student of the Year Award, and hopefully this evening we have with us Ayrton Dawkins and Matthew Williams. And the winner tonight, drum roll please. Matthew Williams. Media Student of the Year. This evening, your finalists, Harry Clemeth and Omar Ali. And the winner is Harry Clemeth. Well done, chaps. Next up, we have the Brian Jefferson Award for Maths. Now, Brian Jefferson, named after Brian Jefferson. But of course, if you don't know, head of Maths at Strode for many, many years. It makes you wonder what he would make of the news of doing it all the way to 18. Well, these people certainly going above and beyond in their fields. So well done to our finalists tonight, Liam Davenport-Miller, Tom Ledlie and Llewellyn Rogers. The winner this evening, the Brian Jefferson Award for Maths, goes to Liam Davenport-Miller. If there are about 55 canapes left, I'm just going to take them all, if that's all right. So, jolly bag, absolutely fine. Next up, we have the Richard Fratwell Award. This is for modern foreign languages. Now, Richard was head of modern foreign languages at Strode College for many, many years. So again, just wonderful to have so many respected people named and remembered with these awards tonight. So your finalists are Victoria Badcock, Sid Huard, and Sylvie Payton. Sylvie, not able to be here. I love this. She's just on holiday. She's loving life. But we have her parents who are here with us as well. So again, thank you very much for being here. Your winner tonight then for the Richard Frapwell Award for Modern Foreign Languages goes to the person who is abroad putting those languages in use. Sylvie Pater. Joff keeping a close eye on this one. Now, we have your finalists, James Bamford, Jake Busby, and my sheriff. Have we got 3 for 3? Come on down. And I quote, over the moon to be nominated, but has to tender apologies because he's in London. So there we are. But yeah, absolutely delighted to be here. Jack, likewise, delighted to be shortlisted, sends his apologies. He's playing in one of his bands this evening. So his parents, have we got folks? Yes? Hello. Right, great, brilliant. Unfortunately, though, you will have to perform the song later on, as that was part of the deal. So he's playing the drums. We'll find a set. It's absolutely fine. Right, your winner then this evening for Music and Performing Arts Student of the Year goes to James Bamford. When the pictures are taken as well, I mean, she will go in the paper as James, so thank you for that. Right, now we have the Social Sciences Student of the Year, your finalists this evening, Kai Helmy, Holly MacArthur and Abigail Mortimer Ball. Come on down, thank you. Your winner this evening for Social Sciences Student of the Year is Abigail Mortimer Ball. Next up, we have Sport and Public Services Student of the Year. Harry Barrow, we're finalists tonight. We've got Evie Duncan and Alex Lewis. Come on down. One of you's looking slightly different. Which, Alex or Harry, they don't have a beard in this. What's going on? Your winner this evening then, Sport and Public Services Student of the Year. It's Evie Duncan. subject award. The Visual Arts 2D, 3D Student of the Year. They're actually going to come down in hologram form that they've designed themselves. We have Gabby Hodgman, Adele Pascoe, and Megan Sayer. The imposters just going, don't tell her, she won't know they're not here. No, thank you very much for those stepping in tonight. Adele is required to be at university and therefore was unable to attend. So thank you for sending the message. Your winner then, Visual Arts Student of the Year, is... Gabby Hodgman. Brilliant, congrats to everybody in the subject awards tonight. We now have our overall awards, and you probably know, if you're linked with one, that they have already been told. We obviously have a highly commended award and an overall winner as well, who have, previous to these, the ceremony this evening, have known the result. But what's been great about this, you're able to see more about them. So let's start off with the Adult Student of the Year. Your highly commended this evening is Rose Ham, the winner being Sarah Stott. Take a look at this.
I had great pleasure and no hesitation in nominating Sarah Stott for this award. Sarah is one of my adult students who came to me in September 2021 to complete her functional skills, maths and English qualifications. Not finding maths an easy subject, Sarah completed every topic, always going above and beyond with her learning. She would do extra work at home in her own time to aid her understanding of each topic. Sarah overcame her anxieties and passed her level 1 functional skills maths on the first try. During the past year, Sarah also completed her level 1 and level 2 functional skills English qualification, which is an amazing achievement. Well done. Sarah does have her daily struggles. However, she arrives to every session with a smile on her face and a professional attitude to her learning. Sarah has returned to college this year with that same willingness to learn and determination to achieve her level 2 functional skills maths. Sarah's learning journey has been fantastic. She has faced her obstacles head on and she is overcoming them. Keep up the good work, Sarah. You're doing brilliantly and I'm so proud of you. Well done.
To share Rosie Ham's journey with you on completion of her Level 3 Diploma in Children's Learning and Development. I first met Rosie in May last year when she approached the college interested in completing the course. Rosie began her early years journey within the sector by working as a bank member of staff at Noah's Ark Preschool. At Noah's Ark Preschool, Rosie really discovered a love and passion for the sector and saw this as her future career pathway. Rosie shortly after embarked on the qualification and in January of this year completed the course. Not only is the timescale in which Rosie completed the qualification staggering, her commitment, ability shone through. Within the nursery, Rosie creates a fun, engaging, caring and nurturing environment for the children in which she works with. And this is reflected in the research that she completed to really understand the practices that underpin all our knowledge within the early years sector. Congratulations, Rosie, on achieving highly commended within the Adult Student of the Year award. Well done.
A round of applause then for your Adult Student of the Year. Sarah Stott from the High School of Rosemount. went to Aisha McCallum. Your winner, Tabby Martin, so let's find out more about them.
I am nominating Tabby for this award due to her exemplary dedication and commitment to her chef's apprenticeship. The dedication and commitment shown by Tabby is phenomenal. She has the fire and spirit in her belly that is rarely seen in today's young apprentices. Tabby started her course with a suitable employer, but soon showed great potential and we transferred to another venue. And here she's now receiving great reviews and support from her head chef. From day one, Tabby always went the extra mile. She would cover extra shifts, she would come in early, she would stay late. This is the same in college. Tabby was really supportive and showing supervisory skills within our theory and practical sessions. Tabby has advanced so much, she's now able to run her own section within the kitchen and even supporting the head chef on the pass. Aisha, her head chef, is now supporting Tabby in national culinary competitions. Very well respected within the team at the Queen of Cups and started her level 3 apprenticeship March this year. Well done Tabby on winning Apprentice of the Year. Greatly deserved, well done and all the best in the future. Aisha joined Strode College as an apprentice chef. Her manager gave a positive account of all of her work so far. Aisha turned out to be really positive within the theory and practical sessions. Her shift pattern meant that she would come in on a different day and complete master classes to complete all of her practical work. In her own self, she really steamed ahead with all of her theory work, seen in many observations and with positive comments from her manager and head chef. Aisha would cover extra shifts, not only in the kitchen, but also to front of house positions as well to support the venue. Aisha has embraced her chance and time on her apprenticeship, doing really well throughout the whole course, is now a role model within her own venue and now started her own next higher apprenticeship here at Strode College. Well done Aisha on being highly commended for Apprentice of the Year. Excellent work throughout your whole course and looking forward to your next level 3 apprenticeship here at Strode College. Well done.
A round of applause then, please. We have Higher Education Student of the Year. You're highly commended, Zach Nobes, and your winner this evening, Emily Key.
When Emily Key joined the English with Creative Writing Foundation degree, she was facing very difficult family circumstances which severely limited the amount of time she had available to do the degree. But she was a highly organised, a really good planner, a very sharp thinker, and despite the fact that in addition to that starting situation, she became pregnant with twins in her final year, Emily managed her workload, she achieved a distinction, and in addition took every opportunity going. She was class rep, she wrote an article about the course for What's on Somerset, she ran our annual showcase, and she spoke to students in the year below, giving them guidance on doing the course and on digital marketing, which is her area of expertise. Emily was a really wonderful student. She's since co-written the Strode Theatre pantomime, which was the best-selling pantomime ever at Strode Theatre. Congratulations, Emily. You are a really well-deserved winner of HE Student of the Year at Strode College.
Zach is an outstanding member of the class, and he deserves to be recognised for his wonderful attitude and his commitment to his studies. He gained a distinction on the foundation degree in psychology, and he is now with us during his top-up year. Zach is a wonderful role model, both on the degree programme and also on the Happiness Project, where he leads by example as a peer mentor. He's also an HE rep. He's always happy to get involved with everything. He always shows up, and you can always count on Zach. He especially shines when he's working with his peers. He's a quiet, unassuming leader, full of encouragement and support for his peers. His research project last year investigated how to improve awareness of and attitudes towards people with disabilities in schools. He's continuing with this line of research in his dissertation this year. This is reflective of Zach's kind nature and the positive impact he hopes to make on the world. It's really well done, Zach, on being highly commended as Higher Education Student of the Year. Well done.
Congratulations to both. Higher Education Award for Endeavour. You're highly commended, Georgia Davies. And your winner tonight, Natalie Hodgson.
Halfway through studying her English with Creative Writing Foundation degree, Natalie was diagnosed with a condition which severely impeded her ability to work. In particular, her condition meant that she was unable to tolerate the flickering of screens for any length of time. And that was really difficult because this was during COVID and the teaching was being delivered on Zoom. Natalie also lost a lot of time through hospital visits and appointments, but despite this, her determination and good organisation enabled her to catch up whenever she felt well enough, and Natalie finished the course with a really good degree and has gone on to a fantastic job working for the Sunset Chambers of Commerce. So we're really pleased that Natalie is the deserved winner of the Emma Granger Endeavour Prize for her really hard work. Congratulations, Natalie.
I had the pleasure of teaching Georgia for 3 years. She's an incredibly hard-working, motivated and enthusiastic student. Her work was always completed ahead of time and to an exceptionally high standard. Her kindness and consideration for others is exemplar. She regularly promotes other people, supporting them through whatever difficulties they may be experiencing. Whilst doing her degree, Georgia worked part-time doing 2 different jobs, and she also volunteered for a charity teaching English to refugees and displaced people, and she still works with this charity today. Georgia is currently doing a psychology MSc at Gloucester University. In September, she hopes to do a research PhD there, looking at gaslighting perpetration. Georgia is a valuable member of our newly created psychology alumni group. We look forward to her visits and hope our students will benefit from her master's research. Well done, Georgia, on being highly commended the Emma Granger Higher Education Award for Endeavour.
Studies Student of the Year. As you can see, Owen Roberts, you're highly commended this evening. And the winner tonight, Matthew Williams. Let's have a listen.
I've nominated Matthew Williams for Vocational Student of the Year. I think it's an award that he richly deserves. As soon as I met him, I really liked him. I thought he was very approachable, really nice guy, and just almost the sort of person that was fully formed. I think, well, what more can I add to this guy? And right from the get-go, he was engaged, he brought in all the other students, he was really interested in everything that was being taught, not just around the subject itself, but anything outside of the subject. He just wanted to learn. And he always pushed himself. He learned lots of skills outside the actual digital subject area. And as a result of that, he excelled in the course and got a fantastic qualification. Matthew was an exceptional team player. He brought all of the students with him, he guided them, he helped them, he assisted them, he was always the team leader, but he would also share responsibility. I mean, he had a great deal of maturity, which was above and beyond his years, and again, that came through in the actual activities he took. He always helped us on open evenings. He was like an additional member of staff all the time. He was helping people. And he sold it to the students of his own age. He brought them on board. He said, this is why you should do this course, this is why it's an excellent course to do. He was very enthusiastic, which helped us. It made it far easier for us to actually show that the course was a really good course because he was somebody that actually completed it. So Matthew, congratulations. You are the winner of the Overall Vocational Student of the Year Award. Well done. You deserve it.
Owen was a level 3 BTEC engineering student here at Strode College, and throughout his entire time on the course, he was a very, very diligent student who always paid great attention to detail. He worked very, very well, both individually and as a team. He particularly did well with the exams on the course. He was the first cohort of students to do the new BTEC with exams, and he excelled particularly well at the second year microprocessors and microcontrollers exam. Very polite student, very nice to get on with, easy to talk to, and he was just an overall really good student. Great work, great attention to detail. So Owen, well done on being nominated for the highly commended award in Overall Vocational Student of the Year. It's thoroughly deserved as a nomination. You're an excellent student. Hope university's going well and you're tinkering along with some motorsport cars. Well done, Owen.
Stay strong, everybody. Only 56 awards left to go, so that's good enough. Your overall A-level student, Studies Student of the Year. You're highly commended this evening, Abby Hughes. And we've got Hazel Peters, your winner. Apologies from Hazel, already mentioned, but again, great that her parents are here tonight to help with her celebrations. Here we go.
I first met Hazel when I became her tutor in her second year. It was immediately apparent that this was an exceptional individual who had very high ambition. She very rapidly made it clear that she wanted to get to Oxford to read law. Achieving academic excellence is partly about innate ability, but it is far more about endurance, endeavour, hard work and determination. And despite the challenges Hazel faced, she managed to produce the goods on the day very impressively. Obviously, Hazel's application was supported by global references from the college, but to get to interview, she was going to have to produce a really convincing performance in the law aptitude test. She succeeded in doing this, and so when she went up to Oxford, those that were interviewing her were convinced she was the sort of person they wanted to teach for the next 3 years. Having got her offer, Hazel had to make sure that she turned in the A results in the summer. Nobody was in any doubt that she would. One of her teachers is even using her test essay answers to help tell the next year how to do it. So it was no surprise that Hazel got the A-levels required and is now coming towards the end of her first year at Worcester Oxford reading law. Well, Strode can be justly proud of Hazel. It is the remarkable qualities that she has that are the real cause of our celebration here today. Hazel, over my long teaching career, there have only been a few students that I remember, and you're one of them. Please keep in contact with us and tell us how your career goes and what you go on to do. Thank you.
Abby had always wanted to be a vet, and by this point in time, she realised her grades were probably not going to get her into veterinary school, and had coped with this and adjusted her application to apply for foundation veterinary courses. A few weeks later, on the way out, I saw Abby still working in the common area. To Abby's enormous credit, she came in early every morning, stayed late every afternoon at the end of her lessons, worked really hard, did all she could to get her grades up. I was hopeful she would get a decent outcome in her final A-levels. What I did not expect was for her to get an A at biology and a B at chemistry. That was a truly incredible achievement. And, as you can tell, I've been in this business for a long time, but very rarely in my career has a student's achievements given me so much pleasure, and very rarely has a student's achievements been so richly deserved. Congratulations to Abby for being highly commended for the overall Able Student of the Year award. Well done.
Well done, we are now on to the Rachel House Award for Skills for Life, and as you can see, we have our winner, John Custodio.
We've chosen to nominate John for this award after another successful year at Strode College. John has overcome some huge social barriers to become the independent learner that he is today. John has developed a range of life and employability skills this year. He's a great role model for other students, supporting learners with additional needs with kindness and patience to help them achieve their own goals. Well done, John, for winning the Rachel House Skills for Life Award. The team are all really proud of you.
Thank you very much. Now, success against the odds. You're highly commended tonight. Omar Ali. Your winner this evening, Harrison Lovett.
Harrison joined Strode College several years ago on the Foundation Learning Programme, and since then has been on an amazing journey. Harrison has had to overcome some significant medical challenges during his time at college that many of us would have been left defeated by. He has also had to face some significant challenges with his special educational needs during his college journey. But through perseverance, commitment and outstanding strength, Harry has managed to achieve a distinction on his Level 2 apprenticeship in hospitality. Even lockdowns and changing placements couldn't stop the hero that is Harrison Lovett. So congratulations on winning success against the odds. I can't think of a more deserving student.
Omar and his family were forced to leave Syria in 2011 after civil war broke out. They then spent 6 years living in camps in Iraq before being resettled in the UK. When Omar started with us at Strode College in 2009, he could speak very little English, and it was clear that he had a passion for filmmaking. I remember him at the interview, and he was showing me some impressive films he'd made on his mobile phone. During the COVID lockdown, Omar played a key role in the production of a weekly podcast series called The Lockdown Lounge that helped so many students through their challenging times. Once things returned to normal, Omar started to complete some excellent work at college, including a podcast, a music video, a documentary about immigrants living in the UK, and a series of 3 short comedy sketches for his final extended project. Omar also found time to start his own production company called Levo Productions, and also started work for Sunset Film in Bridgewater, where he continues to produce high-quality documentaries and commercial films. It's great to see Omar achieving so much despite all the things that have happened to him over the years. So well done to you, Omar, for achieving highly commended in the Success Against the Odds award.
Well done. Well, that is me done for this evening, and that concludes all of the awards tonight. Congrats to everybody. I think it's a great thing, not only what you've achieved, but the fact you can all come together in this great venue and celebrate it. I do work for the BBC. I have to keep things balanced, so I'm going to... But best of luck with everything that you do in whatever comes. Probably the best piece of advice I ever had working in my industry came from somebody who said, "Do you know how to do that?" And I said, "No." And they said, "Never ever say no. In a job, say yes, and then figure it out later." I've been winging it ever since. So no, best of luck with everything. Great to be here again tonight, so thank you to the college for having me back. Thank you.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Joff. And can I just say, I totally agree with what Claire said there about just don't say no and work out how to do it when you've got the job. That's the way to do it. Joff, I'm going to be coming to you for a strapline for the college. I thought that was brilliant. So thank you very much indeed. And what an awe-inspiring group of young people and adults you are. That was amazing. Some of the stories that we heard there were absolutely fantastic. You should be so proud of yourselves for what you've done there. So, and I've really enjoyed being up here at the front. It makes me feel proud for what we are at Strode College. I'm not going to go on for 55 prizes, I promise you. However, I would just take this opportunity to say thank you very much for the hospitality students for what they provided tonight. It looked amazing. I've not yet tried any. So if you can make sure there's a little plate left after the end of this, that'd be appreciated. I think we've got some more next door after this. And I also would like to take this opportunity, so if Joff and Claire would like to join me on the stage for a moment, I would just like to say thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much to our guest and our compere for a very entertaining delivery. That was good, thank you. So can I just remind you, people, can all students wait behind for a few group photographs, please? And therefore, I close this evening and asking for one last round of applause for everybody tonight. Thank you. So the students will stay behind for photographs. That would be brilliant.